Steve, I guess your first game back for 5 weeks. How you feeling heading into this weekend?
Yeah, I'm sort of jumping out of my skin. It's also an Indigenous round, so it's pretty good privilege, pretty big privilege, and I'm lucky to be able to time. Oh, not lucky to be able to time it, but to be able to be back to play in such a significant game for myself and my family, and also the club. Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
So it does mean a lot to you, obviously, the Indigenous round. There's a lot of Indigenous boys at the club. So what does it mean to you?
Oh mate, yeah, it's massive. We get to wear custom designed jerseys. We represent our families from back home, and I think it's a great initiative that all the clubs are doing it now, and a lot of boys take a lot of pride out of it. And the non-Indigenous boys really get around it too. So yeah, I think it's a great event.
Mate, how's the last 4 or 5 weeks been for you? Like we saw how remorseful you were after the incident with Steph Martin. What has that last 5 weeks been like?
Yeah, mate, it's been tough because to watch your teammates go through those big losses and not be able to contribute on field, you feel a bit guilty. Even though there's not much I could do about the incident, I got my suspension and had to move on. But I did everything I could, fitness-wise and with sort of coaching sort of thing, working with Sammy Day and Henry Shade and Jackie Leslie, the young defenders. Pretty much preparing for a game like I normally would, and then obviously wouldn't play and just do some training. But nothing beats playing, and yeah, I just can't wait to get back out there.
How do you look back on that incident now with a bit of space and a bit of clarity?
Yeah, I still look back at it, and I know I made the wrong decision, but I should have just probably went for the footy. After speaking to a few other coaches and stuff, they say you can't get suspended for running 100 miles an hour at the footy. So that's probably where I stuffed up there, and gladly Steph's fine, and he's back playing. He played the week after, so there's no repercussions for him, which I'm very happy. I went to the tribunal, got my whack, and I've just moved on since then.
Who do you feel you've let down, I suppose?
Oh mate, I've let down everyone. Let down myself. I've let down the fans, my club. I'm a leader in this club. So I've let down my teammates. Yeah, my family love watching the footy and me not playing, and so yeah, I've let down everyone, and that's no secret. But I thought about that. It beat me up for a few days after, probably the first week or two, and then I realised I couldn't really change anything, and I got my suspension. I just wanted to help the players, help my teammates as much as I could without actually playing, and yeah, I'm happy my time's up and I get to take my spot again.
Is there anything you've had to look at tidying up yourself? You've had a couple of suspensions over the years, like you have to refine technique, you have to change an attitude, or anything you've sort of looked at in that regard?
Yeah, I obviously thought about that because I've been suspended a couple of times in the last couple of years, but the one last year I was probably a bit unlucky. The one this year I already deserved, and I think out of all the games I've played, there's only been 2 games where I've been reported. So I think it's just like I said before. If I go at the footy hard, I can't really get in trouble there. Probably not worry about the opponents. And nowadays, if you bump and you make eye contact, you've got to cop whatever's coming. And I think that's how our games change. So you can't really get much out of a bump anymore. So I'll probably take that out of my game. Obviously not shepherding and stuff. I do that, but I won't try and run through blokes as such.
So just one more, mate, before we get on to the game this weekend. You're such a respected guy around here, and you're such an honest sort of bloke to the media and everyone else. Is there a sense of a bit of embarrassment about what's happened as much as anything?
Oh yeah, definitely, mate. Because I didn't want the wider football world to see me or judge me just purely on that, and that's all they have to go off because they don't really know me personally, and so that was I was embarrassed about that because people are gonna call me what they like, and they only can judge me off my actions. So my job now is to build respect back by the way I play football, and the way I conduct myself in the community. I think the world's not over. I got a chance. I'm not finished, and I look forward to building that respect back.
So you get that chance this weekend after such a long break. Isn't it hard to sort of harness your emotions and I guess concentrate and do everything that is expected of you on the field this weekend?
No, not so much, because maybe if it was a 2-week suspension, it would still sort of be raw. But I've had a 5-week suspension. I've had a lot of time to think about it. Do everything I could have done on and off the field. So I just feel like I'm preparing for a normal game. It's Indigenous round, it's a special round, and the suspension stuff sort of it's in the past now. So I'm able to move past that and try and help my team, get some confidence back in the group and bring my leadership and my play back to the team and help us, try and turn the tide a bit.
Do you still think? I mean, you're 3-6 now in a bigger picture. Can you still salvage something from this season? I mean, you've watched from the sidelines for a few weeks now and probably seen, I guess, what's gone wrong for a lot of the time. Can you still salvage something?
Oh, definitely. A big problem with us at the moment is our confidence and our turnovers. They're really hurting us, and that's once we're going to be getting a few more troops back in the next fortnight, certainly after the bye. A lot more players back in the team. There's going to be a lot more pressure on selection. I think that's when performances go up. So we're only going to improve as the season goes on. I know it's disappointing that the last 5 weeks have not gone to plan, but we're not even halfway through the year, and we've got a second half of the year, and I think we'll judge ourselves on the way we finish the year rather than just this patch that we've been going through.
You must be desperate to help the back line out. There's been yourself, obviously, no Rory, no Trent for a few weeks, no Sardi. Like, it's been pretty much patchwork sort of stuff. You must be itching to get in there.
Yeah, it's hard to watch. We've had to watch Sean Lemons and Cade Collar-Jasny and Jared Harborough, who is a leader, but those younger guys really step up, and Sam Days to come down back and had to become a key pillar and bring a lot of leadership. So it's hard to watch those boys, especially when they're going against such great teams that they've gone against in the last couple of weeks. So I think just getting back out there and being able to help them out with just some voice and structures, to be able to get all that stuff right, take a bit of pressure off their skills and that sort of thing, because they're having to do a lot at the moment. From, like you said, Rory and myself have gone out. That's most of our experience down there, and these young boys have had to stand up and lead the whole back line.
So one final one, mate. You're probably going to have Josh Kennedy. It's a fair old task straight off the bat, isn't it? Like, how do you see that match up?
I'm hoping that his wife gives birth to his baby and he has to. I think he's a superstar, and we saw on the weekend. In the last few weeks, actually, I've been tracking because I've known that West Coast is my game and come back. So I've been watching him closely, and he's in terrific form. So I don't think it's really going to be so much me versus Kennedy. It's going to be our back six versus their front six, because they've got a lot of threats up there with LeCras and Darling and Cripps, and they've got Lycett who comes down there. So it's going to be a back six versus their front six, and I don't think it's going to be too many individual battles because they've got a lot of star forwards, and we're going to have to work together to nullify their influence.